a whole set of lies. All this nigga do is tell lies, 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 lies. Building a whole set of lies. Can somebody help me figure out how to get your 17-year-old abuser out of your house? Oh, you want an update? That's the 12-year-old that destroyed my house over a cell phone. That's what you guys was calling him. He wasn't 12, but he's 17 now. And every time I call the cops, they don't never move him from here. Somebody want to know? Can I get some help? Because apparently TikTok the place to go for help, because I called the police over 30 minutes ago and I'm still waiting. Yeah, I'm still waiting. Ain't nobody out here. Police! Police! Where y'all at? Because I need some help.
So here we have a single mom who is obviously going through a meltdown here with the stress that's involved inside her household. You know, after seeing these type of videos over and over again throughout the past few years, I've come to the conclusion that we as human beings, based on the decisions that we make, really can create our own hell on earth. And this is her own and also her son's personal hell on earth. Of course, we can assume the obvious, that there isn't a father in the household. We can assume that this isn't the first time this has happened. She's talking about calling the police multiple times. And she also sounds like she's uploaded a video of when she tried to discipline her son, who is now 17. Seems like he was younger back then, by taking away his cell phone, and he ended up destroying some stuff in their home. A lot of issues here, a lot going on.
When he destroyed my house, I called for the police too. They didn't come. You know how long when they came? When they got here? When everything was done, broken and destroyed. Y'all, I'm so tired of life right now. I'm supposed to be at work. I had to call off of my job for this shit. Can you imagine that? I had to call off my job for this shit. I would have did a live, but I can't figure out how to do the comments on there, because somebody need to tell me how to get him. Because when you do emancipation, they want 100 million things to get their child out of your house. He threw a TV on my foot a month ago, and the police told me I got to let him stay here. The police told me to coddle him. They came here and coddled him. He chucked me out in here this morning, and the police left him. This the knife he keep in his room, because he gonna kill me. But ain't nobody coming. Oh, he keep the knives in his room because he gonna kill me. He gonna kill me in my house. He throwing food all up on my TV. Look, that's food all up on my TV because he throw plates of food, poking me, all kind of shit. All kind of shit he doing in here, but nobody coming. Ain't nobody coming. See if y'all can get the police to come, because they're not coming for me.
So she's so desperate about the situation with her son, who seems to be out of control. No one can discipline him, control him. There's no man, again, a disciplinarian in that household, that she's now desperately reaching out to her followers on TikTok to call the police. The first thing I did when I heard just a little bit of this video, before I decided, I said, yeah, we're definitely going to have to talk about this, is I went on her page only to find out that she has more kids. What do we need to tell people, specifically single men and women, that there are very serious consequences of continuing to create broken homes? The crazy part is they act like you're doing them a disservice when they're the ones who end up going through it. No one else is responsible for this. You're the one who's posting on social media. Your child is now out of control, and he's about to go through it, because it sounds like he's about to get kicked out in a few months. 17 years old. Everyone suffers, especially the kids who did not ask to be in this world. Of course, guys, we're going to check out some of the comments. I heard something there. She said emancipation, when you try to do emancipation. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I want to know exactly what that process is like. Sounds like she wants to let go of parental rights, but I'm not sure. Miss Coffee, in the type of situation where, by the way, we're talking to Miss Coffee, our AI assistant barista, Miss Coffee. Miss Coffee, in the situation where you have a mother and she's trying to go through the emancipation process with her child, what does that process look like? And can you define that, please?
All right, let's pour a quick double shot of clarity on emancipation.
All right.
1. What emancipation actually means. A minor, usually 16 to 17, becomes a legal adult before 18. They take on adult rights, signing leases, medical decisions, suing, be sued.
Oh, she's trying to kick him out early and probably sue him for damages.
Parents lose the duty to provide housing, food, and day-to-day supervision.
Mm.
2. Core requirements. State rules vary, but this is the usual recipe.
Mhm.
Checkpoint what? The judge wants to see age minimum 16 in most states. A few allow 14 to 15 in rare cases. Residence you and the child file in the county you actually live in. Financial self-support proof of steady income or assets, job pay stubs, freelance 1,099 seconds, trust fund statements. Welfare alone won't cut it. Stable living plan. Where will the teen sleep tonight, tomorrow, who's on the lease, maturity, school attendance, grades, solid life goals, parental notice even. If mom consents, the court still notifies dad if paternity is established and invites objections. 3. Step-by-step process when mom's on board. Gather docs, birth certificate, social security card, proof of income, school transcript, written consent from mom. File a petition for emancipation at the juvenile or family court.
All right, we're not going to listen to all that. I just wanted to know the process, what it is. You know, I would assume that the majority of young adults who go through this are young boys, just because they usually are the type that are hard to get a handle of within households.
Here comes the father of lies on the phone. I can't take you. I can't help you. That's what I told you. He don't got nobody. Look at him. His daddy giving him excuses. He don't got nobody but his mama that he treat like shit. Ain't nobody want him at their house. Nobody. Look. You see that shit right there? Oh, y'all caught this bedroom on a clean day because the garbage just went out.
You just came in.
Y'all caught this house on a clean day. Oh, look. This the door. I'm never getting my fucking deposit back in this house. I ain't getting my deposit back. Look. This the door. I ain't never getting my deposit back. I'm all right with that. I ain't never getting my deposit back.
She helped create this. And chances are, I bet, she believes that she's mother of the year and had nothing to do with this. Her and most likely the man who she's involved with, right? The guy who she chose to gift her womb.
That's the daddy in there giving him excuses. Ain't nobody want him at his house. His grandmama told her he don't want her at his house. There's nobody he got to run to but this dumb mama. He don't got nobody to run to but this dumbass mama that he treat like shit. Ain't nobody want him at his house. And they're talking about I done lost my mind. He talking about I'm crazy. You know what?
She's foaming at the mouth.
I'm crazy as right. I'm crazy as hell because I'm tired.
I don't know if I can do any more videos, even though there's 2 more right here. Let's see what we could get there.
You know what he told me? He told me when the police come, he gonna laugh in my face just like he did the last time. Just like the first time. He gonna laugh in my face because they ain't gonna do nothing. And when they leave, he just gonna go back to doing what he please. It's okay. I told him it's okay because let me tell you, when I tell you I'm trying, God knows I don't want to sit there at a jail cell. My life has been so tormented with this child for 17 years. Every time I get my foot above the water, this nigga my life up. When I tell you, every time I get a decent job, I get a promotion, something going good, this nigga gotta come through and my life up. You ever heard about a demon spawn? You ever heard about bad seed, demon spawn? That's it right there.
Blaming your child who you gave birth to and calling your child, your son, a demon spawn. And trust me, I understand he's probably not an angel. Right? I'm not here giving the young man a pass because I've seen what young men can turn into if they don't have the right environment, if they don't have the right role models. But blaming him and calling him a demon spawn and saying your life has been hell for the past 17 years without taking an ounce of accountability as you're talking to the internet lets me know that she played the majority of influence in forming who this young man currently is. What do you guys think so far?
That's it right there. That's a demon from hell. That's what that is.
If he's a demon from hell, then hell is you. If he's a demon from hell, then hell is you, is what you're saying. You're saying he came from you, then you are hell.
That's a demon from hell. Believe me. If anybody in the comments know how to get a 17-year-old out of your house when the police don't want to take them out and you can't emancipate them, Listen, I got 2 more months that I can't even manage this time. You think I could stay 2 more months with that? 2 more months. I'm going to be in jail.
Right. I'll tell you guys this. This should have been handled because at this point, the young man has to learn because he's not a victim. He's really not. He is, however, a victim of an imbalanced family structure. But at the end of the day, he cannot carry himself as a victim because as soon as he turns 18, trust me, she's throwing him out and he has to accept responsibility for his life. Doesn't mean it's necessarily his fault, but the responsibility always lies with you as an individual. This young man, and now I'm transitioning over, right? We're going to give a nuanced breakdown here. This young man has to go through pain and suffering. He has to learn to appreciate life. And unfortunately for some people, they have to feel the cold. I remember my dad took in a young man who needed help, right? And this wasn't a family member at all, but he brought him in. This is very much like my father, wanting to help people out, guide them. The young man didn't have a car. He drove him. He came from a troubled family, never before had male presence in his life. And he spent a lot of time driving him to work. And I mean, waking up early in the morning, driving the young man to work, helped him get a job, helped him build a savings account, and went through teaching him how to keep a clean environment. We're not talking about a boy here. We're talking about a young man past 18. And eventually he raised up enough money for him to save up for a car. That was the goal. You save up for a car. And then we now make a plan for you to get your own place. He blew all his money on a new computer so he could play games. We're talking about video games. Let me tell you the type of father I grew up with. From that day when my dad realized that, the young man has been on the streets till this day. Till this day. Now, do I know he's still on the streets? I don't know if he's still on the streets. All I know is that he was kicked out that same day, and I've never seen my dad lose any sleep over it. And I know he would have done the same to me if I would have shown that level of defiance and stupidity. And it wasn't because he messed up once and he threw him out. No, he had the nerve to, argue and talk back. And next thing I knew, man was on the street. Literally, men have to make difficult decisions sometimes. I learned a lot from that. I learned a whole lot from that one specific scenario. She's talking about the amount of paperwork it took to get him out of there. That paperwork should have been done. Comes to a point where now the world has to teach the lessons and there's nothing you can do because you have messed up that child way too much.
Imagine waking up, paying $1,900 in rent, by the way. Oh, yeah, because they raised my rent from that little $1,800 I was paying. Paying $1,900 in rent. You don't get no food stamps because I don't get no food stamps. I don't get no public assistance. I don't get none of that extra shit people out here getting. I don't get none of that. I'm working for the education department. I ain't making shit. I ain't making no money at all because I really went there as to deal with my daughter. So I ain't making nothing. And you struggling to take care of your home. And there's somebody your shit up, leaving your light on, keeping on the TV all day, turning the AC down to the low when you're not home because they're not going to school. They stay home. The little bit of food that you buy, cash money because you ain't got no food stamps, they decide they're going to go ahead and eat everything the day you buy it. So now you don't got no food for you. You don't got no food for your child. So now how I'm living, I got to buy the minimum in here and buy food outside every day. You think I want to buy food outside every day? I'm a woman who cook. I just cook. And I got to buy food outside every day. Every day, because if I put my lunch in the fridge, you know what I start? Yesterday I bought cooked food. Put my little lunch in the fridge. Ready to go to work. Yeah, I'm my lunch. How you eat my lunch? You don't know what my pocket look like for the day. But you want to sit down and eat my lunch.
Wow. As always, we're going to check out some of these comments, see what the people have to say. Of course, top comment here reads, I'm too Caribbean for this. Somebody else here says, I would move the F out. And the person here added, where did it go so wrong? Questioning. She responded back, this is a creator. She says, the day I didn't listen to my mom about deleting him? You're exposing yourself. You're exposing yourself. How are you here talking about it went wrong the day I didn't listen to my mom when she told me to delete him? She's using the real word here. I can't say it because you're going to flag this video. A child who's probably heard that more than once growing up in this household is definitely going to view you as the enemy. Somebody else here says you can't surrender to the state. She responded back, no. Somebody else here says, can you move and leave him? She says, nope, child abandonment, neglect. What else do we have here? How did you get to this point? Okay, so she didn't respond to all that. I saw another video of her pretty much blaming him too for the reason why she's single. I mean, she's blaming this man for everything. Her son.
Know that I called the police at 6:34, sorry. It's now 7:31. Police still in here, still waiting. You know when the police came the last time when he threw the TV on my foot? This is like a month and a half ago or so, somewhere around that time. You know when I called the police? The ones that was here first, they said, oh, you gotta try to work it out, all this dumb shit. Like, nigga, I'm telling you, like, I'm fearful for my life because this is a constant, ongoing thing. It's always something, always something. The police sitting down chit-chatting with him. You know the actual police that was here the day when he destroyed my home, the one that did the report, he showed up to tell that police she is not the aggressor because this child had sat down and convinced the police that I was his aggressor. If it wasn't for the black police that showed up after the fact, that cop would have still been here thinking I am the aggressor. Even my mom under the sun that
This is birth control for somebody out there. This is birth control for somebody out there. Think wisely. You've got so much out here. You've got so much out here you could be avoiding, especially if you're a young lady or a young man who actually consumes my content. Avoid hell. She's telling you she's living in torment. Do you want to live in your own hell? Oh, but it's still difficult, even if with a two-parent household. Shut up. Not only do you have this, you've got the STDs and HIV rates going crazy. Take heed. Pay close attention.
I have to have my place tidy because it drives me nuts. That nigga keep food in my bedroom till creepers come. I live here how much years? I try my best to do what I gotta do. That child destroy me, destroy my place. I would never get my deposit from here. I would never get my deposit even if I try to move. I can't get back my deposit. They ain't gonna give me no deposit for what? For here? They ain't give me no deposit. He destroy everything in here. If I lock my door to put something, he's going to take a knife and break in my door and dig up my place. Then he gonna cuss me and tell me the man ain't want me. Which man want to live with this?
She's got a good point. What man does want to deal with this? Because the first thing I'm doing is realizing like I'm gonna have to check this boy at some point. And is it worth it? What's the prize for that? You know?
Which man want this? I don't know which man want come and live with a child like this.
It's not only the child, ma'am, it's you as well.
For decades because of he, not because I couldn't get one, but because I didn't want to subject a man to this. Cause this ain't yesterday, this come like this. He always been like this. He's certifiably crazy. He didn't just get crazy. He been crazy. He's a fucking narcissist and he's a good liar. I wish I could have lied like he. He's a good liar. He's such a good liar that he could convince Christ that the devil did the king. Cause he's a good liar.
No, he can't convince Christ. She's blaspheming.
He can't lie to me, cause I know he. But he could convince the world of anything, believe me. Believe me. But see if one could get the police. See if one know something. See if one could come in the comments and tell me how to get he out without killing him because I don't know another way. Because all I try, the court, the police, the this, the that, I don't know what to do. But I don't know how to get he out. It's a demon from hell. I pray he out. The blood of Jesus can't even get he out. Somebody gonna get he out. I can't live like this another 2 months.
You've got 2 months left. Just survive the 2 months. He needs to be kicked out. There's no doubt about that. It's going to be a tough road for him, for sure. But he's going to have to learn. Guys, listen, of course, I'm curious to know, what do you think? Leave your comments down below. Another out of control young man with no father to discipline him or guide him. Once again, proving fathers are important. To my currently engaged or soon to be married men, or maybe you're proposing soon, remember, fathershaverights.com. We provide you with the perfect guide to approaching getting your prenuptial agreement. If you need a prenup but don't know where to start, head over to fathershaverights.com. We help you before you hire your attorney. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.